Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with another Russell update for you guys. What did I tell you guys, man? You have to be patient. You have to DCA on dips. You have to buy, when other people are not paying attention, when other people are sidelined. That's when you take that risk. That's when you strike, Just yesterday's video, I was saying, 100,000 Russell is around $430 right now. And then instantly, 2x move, right? I didn't even plan that, right? I could go to my previous video and show you guys right now. Let me pull it up and show you guys right now, right? Literally, like the video yesterday. I didn't make a new video with the recent, move that we had, but welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back because I know I'd be making a video today. It was at 4806 literally yesterday, guys. And then instantly you doubled your investment. If you bought, the 100,000 Russell at that moment in time. Now your 100,000 Russell is $828, $830 at 8.3 million in market cap. And as you guys can see, again, remember that I told you about this massive accumulation range. Can you see something here? I told you guys from the previous video, every time Russell is making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and eventually it's going to enter a parabolic phase. Eventually, it's going to go absolutely ballistic. And like I said, I'm not settling for less than billions in Russell. I entered around, after Brian Armstrong did his last interaction with Russell. Russell shot up from 2 mil to 8 mil, somewhere around there. Then it pulled back to like 3.3, 3.5, and that was my entry, right? So I entered at 3.3, 3.5, and then boom, instantly, same day, next day, Elon Musk replied to Russell. We had a massive run to what was that, 13 mil market cap? Yeah, around 13 mil market cap. I de-risked, I took my profits, and now I'm holding the moon back to Valhalla, but I'm still working for my bags because it's still my bags, right? Even though I'm risk-free on Russell, still working for my bags, right? And you should do the same too, man. Nobody's paying me to make these videos. Nobody's paying me, the Russell CTO team, the community, nobody paid me to make these videos, right? So I'm just working for my bags. I think this is, like I said, if Toshi went to a billion market cap as Brian Armstrong's cat, and we typically see dog coins outperform. I named 10 dog coins yesterday that went to a billion market cap plus in my previous video of Russell before it shot up 2x, right? I named 10 dog coins that went to billions, and I think Russell will do the same. I don't care who has $400-500 million targets. If Russell gets to 400-500 mil, it's just going to consolidate above the 100 mil market cap level till eventually there's a retail catalyst or another catalyst that sends it to the billion, if not 2-3 billion, right? I'm going to hold my moon back to Valhalla, right? And honestly, if you was paying attention yesterday, you bought yesterday for the $480, get 100,000 Russell for $480. You could de-risk right now and just leave in a moon bag if you want to, right? That's up to you. You could de-risk right now. You won't have any, issues because it's risk-free money at this point, right? If you got in yesterday. So it's all up to you guys what you want to do. Like I said, I'm just being as strategic as possible because, 2025 for crypto was like the worst trading year of my entire existence in crypto. So I'm just being as strategic as I can, right? 100,000 Russell, like I said, I still think that's a great buy. Obviously, it's a bit more expensive now, right? So if you just want to go with 50,000 Russell, you could do that. But 100,000 Russell right now is $835. I still think that's not like crazy expensive, right? I don't think that's crazy expensive, but just to be on the safe side, like I know people are going through it. The economy sucks. Inflation is high. People are living paycheck to paycheck. If you could only afford 50,000 Russell, that's still going to be 50K at $1. If not 100K at $2, right? Again, let's make a reference to a project that went from the same market cap Russell is at. Once it broke out of its accumulation range. Now take a look. Let me pull up the Russell chart first, right? Let me show you guys real quick. I have a deck screen or bookmark, so that's why you always see like the freaking hippo every time I open deck screener. But like I showed you guys, right, this is just one massive accumulation phase, right? I saw the same thing with SPX 6900, and my idiotic self did not buy back in after I made a crazy run in 2024. All I had to do was buy back in the SPX, and then instantly I'm a multi-millionaire. like multi-millionaire, not just a million, like multiple millions, right? So when you see accumulation phases like this, you do not ignore them, okay? Because once this thing breaks out and breaks past this high, it has multiple 90% drawdowns, which, you know, the ultimate bull poster, Murad, says you have to look for in these projects. Once you see multiple 90% drawdowns, that was free so far, right? That was free drawdown so far. This is a fourth, this was a fifth one. He says once you see multiple 90% drawdowns and then the project still climbs, still is making higher lows, still, you know, community still active, it's not just bleeding against the market, you want to invest in a project like that. That's what Murad said. So here you go. We have found one that has multiple 90% drawdowns, up 73% against the entire market, is outperforming the market, and looks like once it breaks this previous all-time high right here at 25 mil market cap right here, it's off to the races. Like, you're not gonna hold down the Russell price anymore. Everyone will be in profit. It enters price discovery, and you know, the sky's the limit, right? So let's take a look at Nero before I end the video off. Again, I'm comparing it to Nero on Ethereum. There was a wallet that I tracked who, you know, had like, you know, 1% of the SPX 6900 supply, and he also had Nero back here before Nero went absolutely parabolic. So he made around 5 to 10 million on SPX 6900. I know, it's crazy. 5 to 10 million off one coin, yes. And then he made another million off Nero, right? I track his wallet. I don't see his wallet anymore. He probably retired on a freaking in Dubai or some island somewhere now. But yeah, he made 5 to 10 mil off SPX 6900, and then he made a million on Nero. But you know, when he bought down here, he bought here before the breakout of this range happened, right? And that's the same spot I think Russell is in. It's in this crazy accumulation range under 20 mil market cap, right? So Nero was 60 mil at this range, 60 mil to 60 mil here, and down here was like around 5 to 8 mil. So this is where Nero is at. This is where Russell is at, right? My apologies. This is where Russell is at. You know what happened next? Straight to straight to 1.3 billion in market cap. No time at all. A month or two. That's all it took, right? And I think the same thing is about to happen for Russell. And yes, the market conditions are different, but if Russell comes up to like 3 to 500 mil, right? It maybe has some, you know, like just like Nero did, maybe it has like a correction. The correction happens at 400 or 500 mil, then it cools off, consolidates back down at 100 to 200 mil, and then in the future, one more time, it tries again to billions, right? Just have to be patient in these coins, right? So as always, guys, okay, as always, none of this is financial advice. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You know, GG's if you paid attention on Russell, man. Happy that my followers are making money. None of this is paid. None of this is paid. No paid groups, none of that. No grifting on this channel. I'm just posting my trades, and if you believe in the thesis that I present and take the chance, more likely than not, you probably make some money. Obviously, I'd be wrong in some trades as well too, but when we do win, we win, right? So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.